This is a Milne Road Studios production. Suny and Ashman podcast.
Hey, hey.
Rum, bum, bum, bum. Dum, 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 dum. They're cheering you, buddy. Hey, hey, Suny, welcome back, my man.
We are here after a fucking big ordeal.
Man, lucky we got the sunshine back here. That's
Lucky
done.
we have Google.
Lock, you're in big trouble. We got the sunshine that has dealt with the IT issue. We had a black screen. We had sound. We were in big trouble.
We were, but Google has helped us, and
We have rebooted
step by step, and we still got all the sounds that you've pre-uploaded. So, hey,
Fuck, hey, good to see you, Suny. How's things, man?
things have been good. Pretty flat out lately, and
I
just
I heard
sick
you've
and-
been overseas.
Well, overseas, yeah, pretty much overseas. Yeah, good 7-8 hour drive. Me and old Barchie, the bush ranger, we went to
Lovely Barchie.
Yeah, we went to Streaky Bay for a job, and
Fucking champion.
what a fucking job that was, fixing up everything. But we got a bit of fishing in the time that we were there.
Did you achieve what you had to achieve?
We got close. We got close, but we had some stuff sent over, and fucking got it all done right at the end, right at the nick of time.
All right,
before we had to go.
so the task has been done.
The
yes.
task has been done. Spot on.
Well done, boys. That's a fair program to go. 800 kilometres away from Adelaide and try to and get your task done.
It was scary because we had everyone else setting up what we needed to get the job done. So I didn't have much time to go in there and make sure we had everything. So once we got in the factory, we just chucked everything in the car and then pissed off and hoped for the best. And we were short a couple of lengths, but given that we had another day, we managed to get a courier truck driving down, and we fucking did it.
Well done, boys. That's a credit to you. It's another string in your bow, as they say, and goodbye to the old problem. She's
That's
gone,
it.
mate.
It's
Well
always-
done.
it's-
Well done.
It's fucking been in the back of my mind ever since the first time we went, and now to have it off my shoulders, fucking oath.
What a beauty, hey?
Yeah.
It does clear the plate. The monkey's off the back. It's 5 working days from the end of next Friday for work. We work for a aluminium fabricator here in Adelaide, and it's a fair program every week, every day to go and undertake a task and try to get it complete. And we try that every day of the week, and very often we get disappointed the fact that we've got to go back again. And as an installer, what we try to do is try to get it done one time.
One time only.
And no worse than 2. And sometimes,
Which never happens, so
sometimes we go out further than that, and it is a trauma, isn't it?
There was a guy today at South Plimpton, and he said, I've never seen a trade this many times before, so you're the most. And I thought, oh, Jesus, that's not very good. But we got the job done as well there, which was a bad ordeal as well, with the double hung windows. Fly screens were too short. The hung windows were a bit too wide. We cut them to the correct length. We got the fly screens the correct size. I did chip a piece of glass, and we got that fixed today. So that job's now completed, out of my mind.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. It is good to get rid of it, isn't it? It's a real monkey, like you. I did some laboratory doors today, and last night I was sitting there.
Laboratory.
Mandy's gone to work, of course, and I'm sitting in bed there thinking, how can we do it better in the morning? We got to flip the doors over. We're using Sikaflex, black Sikaflex. It's a granular type. It's like a silicon, but it's more of a matte granular inner tube, and it's quite usable. Like it's a very usable substance that has a structural hold on the glass because they're double glazed doors on 316 stainless steel frame, and the whole idea is that one side you've got a disease on one side, and on the other side you've got a positive or negative air, so that that disease doesn't transfer from one to the other. So these things are airtight. We use about I don't want to talk too far out of school with what we do, but there's about 1,600 gels on a standard door, or a 3 to 5 mil gel, generally about a 3 mil gel, and it's taken nearly 25 years to get where I am now in regards to working with this metal frame company here in Adelaide, and we do some quite exquisite jobs in Adelaide for around the world. So I'll leave it at that. But, from time to time, we'll get a lot of these laboratory doors come in, and you might get a whole heap of them.
Yeah.
And
are they double glazed at all? Yeah.
All double glazed. Yep. So you got your silica gels that you got to put in there first. So once the double glazing becomes sealed, then the silica gels will then evaporate all the wetness out of the air, so that the inside of the double glazing doesn't fog up.
Yeah. Yeah, so do you have a pneumatic gun or just the old forearm?
Old forearm, mate.
Wow.
Old Popeye forearm.
Because that Sikaflex, she's tough.
It's like pushing Chewy, isn't it?
It's tough. It's like pushing silicon through the tiniest pinhole. Just tough. Wow. I can't do it. I need a pneumatic one after 2 pumps. That's it. So well done, mate.
So yeah, still old school. Yeah, you know me.
Well, have a look at your forearms. They're the size of my legs.
Just about. Just about. So, but it's good. It's very disciplined work, and the likes of what we're doing also for Stegbar, for the company we're working for. I'll have to cut that one out. But it's once again, it's detailed work, and that's what you and I are in there for. Mm-hmm. And at this stage, I think we're fairly safe with 2025. Looks good to me.
I reckon, given that we are the 2 only contractors left, maybe they're looking at getting rid of us, but I don't think so. Too much experience.
I don't think
between the both of us.
I think so. I think that there's still X amount of work that people do like us, and there's those skill sets that aren't there by others at the moment. So
yeah,
we're in a good spot. I think it's the fan making.
That's all right. I think we're safe. We need that fan. She's a bit warm today, I think. Oh, you can hear it ever so slightly.
It's gone, hasn't it?
That's okay.
It's gone.
No one will care about the fan. And your week, mate, it's been all right, pretty busted, getting peppered from builders, because that's what's been the go lately. I'm getting peppered from many builders to get jobs done, and I can't meet their timelines. It's not practical at all.
I think it's very late in the year, and we can all get pretty cynical this time of year in regards to how we can make things better.
Mosquito just hanging around.
Fucking dog.
But that's all right. I'll just keep waving. That's why I'm waving my arms.
I've got some.
I'm just waving my arms around.
There is some.
Ceiling.
Ceiling. They are right. So I shouldn't be talking out of school. I'll have to block those ones out a little bit. I don't want to. I don't want to name places we work at. But anyway, there's good things coming in 2025. I know that there's a big builder here in Adelaide that I do a lot of work for personally through the place that I work.
Yep.
And they've got around 19 houses to be built this year, which is not small houses, they're very big houses. So if we get the windows and doors for the majority of those contracts, it'll be a very good year.
Yep,
So
will be good for the year.
I'd like to push very hard on the bifolds. I know that they have dropped off this year, and I'd like to get it back to 8 to 10 doors a day like it used to be for the last 20 years prior to this year. This year's been a bit of a horror, so I don't know what's going on there, but I've organised a bit of a meeting for the new year and try to touch base with what we're trying to achieve this year. I still haven't met Kevin yet. Have you met Kev?
I have, and he looks like
Is he good?
a splitting image of the Bush Ranger, Barchi. Same thing. No hair on the head.
Approachable?
Big beard. Approachable, yeah. Good bloke I haven't had many run-ins with him. Just hellos and goodbyes. But no chats or anything like that. So I saw him last time and he was on the phone, so I just waved, say good day, and then pissed off again.
How about you and me see him early January and we'll take him to the pub and have a chat off record?
Yeah.
And
that would be good,
Yeah, get him out of work because you
yeah.
don't want him under that canopy, and we don't want to be under their canopy either.
And then you can talk when you talk outside of work. It's just free flowing. There's not there's literally nothing. It's off record, so it's free flowing. You can say whatever you want, and nothing will be recorded or put against you, in a way. But yeah, that'll be good.
This is the last podcast for us. I know I've sort of put a hold to it with being overseas for a little bit of it, and it's good to be back. I know we pushed very hard tonight just to try to get bit of a link.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on.
It is the silly season.
A lot
Families,
of UAP going
families
on.
come. There is a lot of that, and Trump's back up. He's back on the
January 20
on the podium. So if there's anyone that's going to say anything, it'd be Trump, because he's a bit of a loose unit. Right. He's a loose unit, isn't he? So he'd be the one to tell you that.
Now I've just got to write up a ticket. Man, was he going fast? I did get him.
All right, yeah. How many PSI did you? 20 PSI on
it was
that one.
about 600 PSI.
You almost took the tree out.
I did take the tree out, but the tree is gone. Hey, we would love to have old Coco here in the dungeon here for us, down in the Full Tilt area there. We are looking this 2025 to go back to video. It does make a lot for the content in regards to just expression and
face expression, our hand movements.
We can't hide anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. So, and then you get to see what we actually look like when we have a chat.
When we fuck up everything we're doing. Yeah. So it'd be good to have old mate on board as well and see where we can go with it. Suny, we are trying to close out 2024 with the UAP stuff. The UAP since the hearing.
I know you've got
and
plenty of notes on it.
I've been overseas.
He's been at me. He's been saying there's a heap going on, and I've been quite, under a rock lately about it. So I haven't really got into what's happening lately. So he's been filling me in, but I'll be the first to hear it now as well.
So they're saying drones. There's drones over New Jersey. Now, we know they've all been in the UK. They've been on the eastern US bases based in London, England, in the UK. So at the moment, they were running around there for 3 to 4 weeks
So these drones that you're saying,
and they're the
Wha-
size of a car. They have lights
Huge.
and they've got sound,
right?
which isn't with the 5 observables that we normally stipulate with the UAP.
You're saying there's no sound.
There is sound.
Oh, there is sound.
And there's lights.
And there's lights. Okay.
So they're almost mimicking what we've got here
Yep.
on Earth.
Okay. So what you're saying is that the outer world, what do they call them? The non-human.
NHI?
Yeah. That they're imitating what we have here on right.
It is a
okay.
possibility. It
Okay,
is a
that's-
possibility. So,
Yep.
as hard as that is to talk about, everything they're doing is what we're doing instead of being
Yeah.
the 5 observables that they normally get tagged with.
Yep. Which is no sound, no propulsion.
All right. So,
no-
and it's not only happening in London, it's happening in India and all through Europe as well.
right.
And I believe that Mozzie's back is that
I'll get him.
they're also floating around in Australia.
All right. So it's undetected. It's undetected
Well,
with the
what is it?
radars, and no one knows where it's from, who it's from,
Nobody knows, and
Okay.
nobody. As soon as you get near them, they turn off.
because the drones they do fly in extreme high altitude.
These things are coming
Correct.
down and buzzing houses.
Oh, they're coming down low. Oh, there we go.
And they're doing stuff now where people are starting to get a little bit edgy because they've been there for a little while now.
Okay.
So you're getting these things doing things that they don't normally do. They're mimicking us, and now they're starting to push their way into the general realms of the public.
Okay.
Now, once the public starts to get a bit spooked, look at the Russian balloon that flew over North America last year.
I think.
Got shot down, didn't it?
Yeah, I think we're over the spooked phase.
Are we?
So if you were to see one, how would you react to it? You just say, "Oh, look, there's a flying object that's doing zigzags.
There's 30 of
It's
them.
got to be an alien,
There's 30 of them.
Yeah.
Where are they coming from?
unless they're coming down, shooting us down, or whatever." I think we're at the point now where we'll just watch it and won't react to it, and hopefully get our phones out and record it. But I think now we're at the point where we're just gonna just look at it.
Is the population looking up now?
Not if you're interested. Not if you're interested.
More and more people becoming more subject to
Which is the same. There was a theory there that the aliens, I'd say aliens, because look, they are all right. Introduced us
NHI.
introduced us to what we have now, our phones. That sort of technology, which then forces us to look down on our phones rather than look up in the air. And that's why they've given it to us, so then we can look down and they can roam around and do whatever they want, and we won't even know.
I think they're starting to spook people now after a couple of weeks.
Would you be spooked if you seen one?
If I could see, like I come out here quite often in my underpants at night time.
In your underpants,
yeah,
you
when-
had to say that.
when Mandy when Mandy goes to work. So she leaves at 8:34 most nights, and it's generally dark here. And in the last couple of nights, we've had a pretty significant moon.
Yep.
So you find the evening star, old Jess down there, she's bright as bright.
Because
So-
we are not having any clouds.
So
At
it's
the
a
moment.
good time now to go
To look up.
outside and have a look. Now you've been in this state, but you've been out in the bush and you've seen Starlink.
I have, yep. We went to Oyen to see the in-law, and we were around the fire, a few drinks. We looked up, and there they were, just,
Just a string.
yep, in a line, just one after the other. There would have been about maybe 10, 12, And then
isn't it fantastic to see it?
it is, and it's strange looking. But I said to them, when it's moving in a straight line, it's okay. It's when it starts zigzagging, that's when you better be worried.
What we've got to do also is when you go on your camping tours,
Yeah,
we've got to get laser pointers. So what you want to do is you do want to point your laser pointer at the
yep, yep,
the light that's in the sky, and you want it to react.
Yeah.
Now, if it does react,
yep. I got what you.
all right,
Yeah, I get what you're
that's
saying
what.
now. I have seen a video of a bloke that's done it, but as a kid, and having laser pointers and pointing at planes, and then
You don't point them at
then
the
the
planes.
coppers come to your door and knock and say to your mum or dad, "You got any laser pointers out there?" Yeah, my son, and then you get in deep trouble. But I do have a laser pointer, which is quite powerful. It does create a beam when you turn it on. So I will find that, and next time we're out bush, which is the coming holidays, we're going back to Oyen. I will bring that with me, and when I do see the Starlinks, these lasers are going to be peppering these satellites.
I think so.
Sure.
I think you got to agitate it. You'll be out there with the Bushmills Black Bush whiskey, the old Irish whiskey.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Man, that's got a real sweet taste. That's a good vehicle. That
You
one.
a whiskey man, are ya?
Yeah, I've never had.
I am a whiskey man
I've
too.
never had the Irish whiskey, but quite often I get home here at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I'll throw a tall glass, 3/4 ice, and I'll chuck 2 fingers of Bushmills in there, and
Yep. Mm,
bang,
beautiful.
I'm
Straight
away.
down.
I'm
Yep.
away.
Yep.
It's just gorgeous.
Yep. We're gonna go to Uncle Dan's and probably hook ourselves up with some Bushmill. What's that? The black
Bush.
Black Bush,
Black Bush.
whiskey.
And it's pretty well priced. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
We've only stuck to the old Jack Daniels or the Jim Beam. The old Aussie duo.
sure.
Yeah, but I've
Sure.
never had anything like that with a Sprite.
I wouldn't know about that unless we'd done the tour in Ireland.
Yeah.
And 1604, that's a long time ago.
Mm.
And they're still got all the barrels outside. And because they lose something like 50% evap
Right.
comes out of the casket.
Yeah.
So they'll fill it up and they'll leave a little bit of room. And within X amount of time, they'll lose nearly 50%.
Wow. Of the barrel.
Yes.
In the barrel.
So it not only soaks into the timber, but it also, and I think they're already pre-soaked barrels as well.
Yeah, and charred.
But they lose 50%.
Wow. That's insane.
So, all those barrels that you think you've got 100%, and they would know that they don't.
Yeah.
You're down to 50%, but you taste that black bush. Good on you, Wally. The old black bush.
Babushka.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's very smooth. I've been a Johnny Walker man. I've been a Scottish whiskey my whole life. Since the Bushmills tour, you've seen them now. They're glued everywhere on whatever wall I've got. And what about this guy?
Yeah, we'll have to get... And the Guinness.
And the Guinness. Let's
Yeah.
talk about... We got old Andy coming back
Yeah,
from...
the black fluid.
They're
That's
down in
it.
Antarctica at the minute, Caitlin and Andy.
Wow. Antarctica.
So they've gone from Buenos Aires and they've been on a boat cruise all the way down to the Antarctica. And to see some of the images of the white...
The big wall.
Fuck. What an off-world thing.
Yep. What lives down there? What do you think? What can live down there?
UAP.
Yeah.
UAP. I think
There's something going
plenty
on down there. Yeah, we've heard many things.
I think the poles have got it. I think the North and South poles have probably got the bulk of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Around the equator.
I mean, it's in an area. Well, if you were someone from the outer world, would you plant your base at a spot where it's accessible from humans? No, you wouldn't. You'd go to places cold like Antarctica, or you'd go in the sea,
Deep down.
deep down where
Gotta
we
go
can't
deep
go.
down. Gotta go deep
There
down.
was a video of this bloke, and he was talking about aliens in the oceans, right? And everyone's spoken about aliens in the oceans before because we know more about space than we do about the ocean, and we can't get in the depths that
Too much pressure.
too much pressure. And he said, in speaking out loud, he said, "Oh, if two aliens up there,
Excuse me.
and then the commander goes, hey, Steve, go down there and have a look at this planet, right?" He goes down, he has a look, which is what we've been seeing, drones or whatever. He goes back up, says, "Oh, look, we've got life form, we've got these people with 2 arms and 2 legs and 2 eyes and 2 nostrils, and they're living on the land, but the Earth is 70% ocean." The commander goes, "Why the fuck are they living on land if most of it's the ocean?" So they go down there and go, "All right, we'll go down to the ocean and we'll set up base there because they don't have the technology to go down to the ocean or even to live anywhere in the water."
I think the UFOs have got some sort of force field around their vehicle, which allows them to penetrate the water without friction.
Yep.
Compared to prepare for landing. Compared to what we're flying, like we can't go from air to sea seamlessly, but their vehicles can.
Yeah.
Now,
There has to be a force field, like you said.
it has to be so that it's not relevant. There's got to be something there. So, I think there's a lot of stuff going to come out 2025.
Yeah.
Sonny, I'm pretty sure listening to the players that are in the game, we got a new president coming. You're fake news. we got the big fella, haven't
Yeah, we have the big fella.
we? So he's due on the 20th of January.
Look, if there's anything that's going to come out, I think it's from the US. We're pretty much on the back burner side of everything that's happening. You got all the protests, all the whatever it is all it all comes from the US. So we're coming up second or third. I mean, there's China, but they kind of keep themselves, don't they?
Hopefully, I do hope they leave Taiwan alone, and I hope they.
Is that still going? Is it?
Yeah, I hope they don't prompt that. I know that's been going on for years and years, and you don't really want to go into another year again with that as your top play to your media. Like let's look at the good stuff up to Christmas. What's been good up till now? What are we looking forward to? We've got to look forward, not look back.
Yeah.
As Justin Hopper does in the Wirral there, he's all about positive news. We've got to.
I agree.
The whole world has to accept that.
Yep.
And look at the good stuff. I don't want to get to Christmas fucking Day and talk about negative shit. I want to talk about Christmas Day. That, it may have been a difficult year, but let's look at the good stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to dwell on the bad stuff? I don't. I just want to dwell on the good
We're
stuff.
still waking up in the morning, and
We got air in our lungs.
there's always some.
Have lots of babies, Rose.
I was talking to a farmer at Waipinga the other day, and he said there's always someone worse off than me. So I can't dread on what I've got because he had to. I mean, it's been a bit dry, and he hasn't had any food for his cattle, so he's having to sell them off. But because there's everyone's trying to piss him off, the prices of the cattle have dropped, so he's not making anything out of them. And I asked him for a little cattle tag as well, and he's showing me these new ones.
He said, "Where do you want it, in your nose or your ear?"
He's showing me all these new ones, and I said, "Oh, look, I want one with it's been on a cattle, really." And then he's given me this one cattle tag, and I said, "Oh, look, what happened to this cattle?" And he said he had to put it down.
Was it cattle
Well,
mutilations.
let me
Or
tell you. Let me tell you.
are we going there?
This
And
poor cow, was mounted from a bull, and because she was off uneven ground, she blew out her knee.
what?
She blew out her knee. She couldn't move. She couldn't do anything. So he had to put her down, and that's the tag I have now.
That's
Unreal, isn't it?
that is terrible.
Poor cow. And this bull, I don't know what he said. He would have been about, I don't know, 1.5 ton. This thing was massive. We drove past him as well.
All right, and he's blown her knee
He's
out.
blown her knee out, mounting her,
Man,
and I've got the tag.
yeah, that's shellfish. Isn't
I asked him something. I said, "Oh, look, I need a tag that tells the story." So when someone asks me, because I'm going to put it on my hat, someone asks me, "Oh, what's that tag for?" And I'll tell you
Poor old
exactly.
Belinda got blown out. Her left knee got taken.
That's it. That's it. Funny stories, eh? But yeah, he said that he was struggling as well, and all the other farmers. Because I said, can't you just put your cattle in a truck and hopefully a farmer has a nice field, because he's struggling to feed them. There's nothing really else you can do apart from putting him down or turning him into delicious steaks.
Sonny, as you know, I got up to Tailem Bend there, and
Yes, I've seen.
I knocked off one day at a reasonable hour, and I thought, oh, I find every reason not to go into Tailem Town, and I
Yeah.
thought this day, yep, let's go and do it. And it was hot. It was like 34 degrees, 35 degrees C. And I thought, oh my God. And I rocked up, and the old girls were sitting out the front there, and I said,
Yep.
they said, what do you want, love? And I said, I'd like to do a tour of Tailem Town. And they said, man, you've come to the right place. So she said, there's no one here. You can have the whole joint to yourself.
Lovely.
So, she signed me up, and, we did the deed, and I got out there and started walking around into these old places, and there's mannequins everywhere, like every house you get to.
Yeah, that'd be a bit freaky during the night time,
There's some
wouldn't
women there and some blokes there sitting there staring at you, and I thought, ooh, this is a bit, you can imagine being on your own
Yeah,
walking around the
yep,
town, and
yep.
the wind was blowing, it was hot, it was very, very hot,
Yeah.
and I walked around, I went into the post office, I went into the pub, and I went into where they were making all the women's clothes, and, I said, hey, is there any girls here that you're looking for a date tonight, So it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. I reckon I still spent a good hour on my own, which is probably...
Big town? Was it quite large?
Probably had 12 to 14 streets.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
So,
that's big.
If you went through them, one by one, and you worked through it properly. But what I was trying to do was reenact the people that were in the shop, and I was sort of banging on and off of that. It was a bit of fun. It was good fun.
Well, hopefully they remember you, and then when we go there for the ghost tour, hang on a sec, I've seen them during the day.
And they still do the ghost tours on Saturday nights.
Yeah, what was that? I seen one of the videos, there was a spot in the kitchen that had a little fence blocking so you couldn't go through. What was through there? It was just utensils and stuff that you couldn't
I just think they didn't want you to move into that area.
Right.
So it was a caged off area.
That's probably where the ghost tours are getting at.
But it was still a bit strange during the day walking in, because there was
quiet. Absolutely quiet.
Wind blowing, nobody around.
Yeah.
So I'd walk in and say, hello, darling, how you doing? And she'd stare at me and say, what's with the long face,
Yeah.
And then you were waiting for someone to touch you on the shoulder.
Ooh, imagine that.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, even during the day,
Yep.
with nobody else in the park, I had the whole thing to myself. And I thought, oh, this is a bit creepy.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy, quiet, just you on your own.
Yeah, a bit creepy.
Yeah, all of them are looking at you. Whoever it is that's still living
So
there.
what are you looking at, sweetheart?
Yeah. No, that's good.
And
Glad you did that.
I walked into the travel yard. There was a train there, and I said, hey, darling, you wouldn't be able to get a parcel down in Adelaide for us, would you? She said, what's with the voice? You're acting. And I said, of course I'm acting, Dale. You're not even real. But it was good fun, and then I went back and saw the old lady, when I was about to leave, and She said, "What do you think?" I said, "Oh, it was gorgeous. You know, it was good." I said, "I wish I had Sunny Lamb here. I needed to share it with somebody,
Yeah.
but it was good fun. But nighttime would be a different beast.
For sure.
Like this is old stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And look, if we go in there in the warmer months, you can sort of feel the cold, and that's when you know that there's something hanging around you.
I think.
Oh,
Jesus, Scotty, don't close the door on us,
oh,
mate.
right. The door just shut on us. As we were talking about, what were we talking about?
We're talking about
Paranormal.
Tailem Town, weren't we?
Yeah. See, there we go.
How crazy is that the door's
Wow.
just shut? Yeah.
Bit startled there.
It is pretty crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's been open the whole time.
I can't believe it's just shut itself. All right, well, it has. So, but anyway,
Well, there you go.
It was a good tour. That one was. I think it was $28 or 25 cash. It was pretty good.
Oh, look, whatever it is, it goes back into the
and
town.
I thought, how good's that? You know, that's you pay the ladies to sit there and. You know, they got time all day.
How many were there? Two?
Yeah, two.
Yep.
I think there was one, and one was just a buddy.
Right. Just hanging out.
Yeah, it was good fun. Good fun.
Yeah, did you get a chance to ask him about anything to do with the ghost tours, or?
I did because Adelaide Haunted Horizons, I think, that do the Adelaide Jail.
So it's a company that does it. Yep.
That she does that one up there on Saturday nights.
Right.
I don't know whether it's every Saturday night or whatever, but I think it's pretty reasonably cost.
Yeah.
It's a fair way out there. It's sort of 90
whack.
minutes in the car. And that gives you good reason to stay at Murray Bridge or Tailem Bend.
Yeah, for the night.
Yeah. You know, have a bit of
give
fun.
back to the town.
Have a bit of fun there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Push your money around up there.
Yeah.
You know, they'll need it.
That's right.
But it was very good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Any ghost stories or anything like that that's come through to you?
I didn't get anything up there either. Like I didn't get any. I walked into rooms and I thought, ooh.
Yeah.
But I didn't get anything that was substantial.
Well, back at home, I've been seeing a few things. Just this little lights on the corner of my eye, little black spots as well. I'm not sure if it was anything to do with my glasses or if my eyes were doing funny things, but I have been seeing a lot of black and like shadows, and it could be my mind playing tricks on me. I'm not sure, but I have been seeing it. I don't know, because it's Christmas time. It could be Santa. It could be anyone.
I would say it's
it could
Santa.
be one of his elves looking around.
I would say it's Santa for sure.
Yeah. So it does sort of freak you out a little bit when you do see it, but I did come across something strange the other day too when I was in. It was an old house I was in, and it was quite eerie. And usually when they say when you feel a bit eerie, that's when something's sort of hanging around you. And I was scared. Ooh. It was an old house, and I had to change over.
Where were you, Sonny? Where were you?
It was
Plimpton?
No, it was Colonel Light Gardens.
All right, not too far away.
Yeah, so it was an old
Wally
house.
World.
It was an old house, and I went there to measure it up, and it was fucking freaky.
Bit spooky?
Yeah, there was no one there, and during the day it's all right, but during the night, well, not night, but evening, it starts to get a bit eerie, and then your hairs on your back start sticking up, and you start to think, oh, there must be something around here, and you don't really want to turn around because 9 times out of 10 when something's happening, it's fucking right behind you. So, but that was all in the paranormal type stuff that I've sort of felt during the time we've been sort of been apart, but nothing crazy, I'm happy with nothing crazy because things were quite crazy at one stage, so we're good.
Good, yeah. Lisa had a bit of baggage there, didn't she? It's probably good that's not continuing either. I think the last time we heard about the fridge falling over, didn't we? Which
Yeah, that was at my mate's. She did. I think she did say something about doors closing or opening on their own lately, but nothing too crazy that I sort of embedded in my brain to talk about it now. So I don't think it's a bit.
Mate, we've got lots of UAP stuff coming up. We've got UFO stuff that's going crazy in New Jersey, over the UK. We got Ross Coulthard and Bryce Sable with Need to Know and News Nation for Ross Coulthard in regards to all the stories. James Fox has got a new one out on Monday called The Program.
Right.
That will be up on one of the big players there, or a couple of the big players there. That is a must watch. He did the first one, and now he's done his second one now, The Program. I can't wait for that one. Monday morning I'll be up and about watching
To watch
that
it.
one.
Yep.
George Knapp or George Knapp on his own's got a doco out there as well.
I've seen the doco. I haven't watched it, but I've seen that it was on.
Fucking killer. It is good. It's
Okay.
taken him a year and a half to compile, and that one is. I've had a look at it, and it's gorgeous.
Okay.
It's
I'll have to
cool,
look at it.
and he does it his own way. You know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty dry. You know, it's from an old guy like me doing podcasts and all that sort of gear.
Yep.
Jeremy Corbell, you've seen him at the meetings, and he's pissed off at the moment, I think, a little bit with how things are going. David Grush a year ago. I can't believe that's almost 12
It's
months
1
ago,
year
or just
already.
over 12 months.
That he's come out and spoke.
Look where it's gone in 12 months. You know, the graph now is going vertical. We're going vertical, man. You know, like that's good stuff for this community.
Yep.
And I think it's been a long, long time since they've seen the growth with where it's going. Ross Coulthard still says 2025 hell's going to break loose. I hope it does. You know, I hope it doesn't on the war side. I hope that gets tidied up. We've got a
Right.
new president starting on the 20th of January.
Yep.
Old Donald.
Oh, Donald Trump. Yep.
So he'll be
The man.
He'll be making sure his walls are nice and high that no one can get over. Nancy Mace, the chair of the hearing. It's great to have the females involved. I'd love that there's almost 50-50 men to women. It's not quite that high, but it's starting to get that way. And
In the UFO, UAP community
just-
type thing.
and also just in the at the moment you got everything going through the American judiciary or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
There,
okay.
you know, and you've got a lot of women in there that are asking good questions.
Yep.
What the fuck? What is it?
It's always a bunch of
Where's the
questions.
money going?
Yeah.
You know, like there's heaps and heaps of stuff. It's cool. Lou Elizondo, Imminent. He has presented his new book this year. He went through quite a bit of gripe to get that one done. He's a legend. He's one of us. Tough guy. I can only talk highly of this guy. This
Right.
guy's just a fucking champion. You got all the old blokes that have been there as well for a long, long time that are still doing their bit. Nick Pope from the UK, the English bloke that worked for the government over there, that was in there in the 90s, and he's still a big figure that's talking UAP. He's on every sort of podcast or every doco that's going around from the UK,
And it's credible, you know?
and it's credible. You got this guy worked for the government.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you've got just so much going on. Immaculate Constellation, that's another one. This is meant to be a hidden program that is reverse engineering stuff.
Yep.
Man, that's just incredible. Schellenberger, there's a whole load of names that go with it, and I reckon 2025 is just going to be dandy from the 20th of January onwards. And
Fuck yeah, that's what we want.
I think that we have a little break over Christmas now, and let's just remember some of the people that we've lost this year. We've lost a couple. I do want to make a mention on this one that we did lose Scotty Miller on just after Australia Day. Can you believe that's almost a year ago?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like so.
It's fucked up and crazy, isn't it? There's a lot of water under the bridge after that. You talk to Tim and you talk to all the boys that were mates with him and through his journey. And we like to talk mental health and whatever at the end of our program that you and I are doing now. And
And look, right now it's the festive season, but just keep an eye on your mates that don't have a family or broken family and possibly unable to see their kids or anything or their loved ones like that. Just give them a ring, see how they're going. Just a phone call would do, and that might change their whole mindset for that festive season. Have them over for a barbecue or something like that. Introduce them to the family, and just make sure that all your mates are doing all right. I think that's the thing to do.
Well said, buddy. We got all their sponsors: SOS Safety Sign, Arto Print, Rolls, Tiny Houses. It's been good to still have those people involved with us during the year to get mugs and T-shirts and a little bit of merch done. We haven't pushed very hard at the moment. Justin Hopper over in Liverpool in the Wirral, he looked after us late September this year. That was fantastic as well. And it's just nice to slowly push our program back into the world.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for 2025. Suny will go
We'll
up
stronger.
and above again
we'll
next
go
year.
stronger.
And
We'll make more time. It's been pretty flat out, and we're trying to. I mean, like you said, right now, just today, it's just been a bit of a stretch to get us back together. But we're going to thrive 2025 to bring out more podcasts.
Strive
more
in
episodes.
25, I like that.
That's it. So
We'll put that on the shirts, and we'll do a lot more in the field work too, I think, this year. I think that we'll get out and about with the camera, and we may have a producer here, old Coco. He might be around a little bit more in 2025, and that way we can get a little bit more video done, a little bit more professional content, and for you and I, Suny,
not just listening to us. You can visually see what we do and how our facial expressions and everything like that, and how we talk so much with our hands. So it'd be an unreal year for us to try and strive to be better.
Can't wait. Let's look around the 20th of January, and we're going to have a couple of weeks off now, and we'll go hard in 2025 and
Fuck yeah.
let the new man come in, old Trumpy, and we'll push hard in 2025.
That's it.
Suny Lamp, thank you, mate. It's good to catch you up again, and
It's fucking been pretty good to be back in the studio.
it's good to see you, mate. I can't wait for 2025. Thanks for making the effort. It's a very busy time of year. So
It is. Thanks for listening, guys. It's been a good app, hasn't it?
It's been absolutely fantastic. Love you on board, and it's great fun.
Fuck yeah.
All right, buddy. Merry Christmas.
All right. Cheers, guys.
See you in the new
See you,
year.
Ashman.
Goodbye.